So the Ontario provincial government today confirmed that minimum wage will be going up as of October this year. Currently, it's at $17.20. It will be going up an additional 40 cents to be $17.60. While this is the highest minimum wage across Canada, it is basically still not enough. There are a lot of people that are still struggling, and I do mean struggling, to afford rent, food, and all of their other bills while working a minimum wage job. And I know what people are going to say in the comments, well, then get a better job. Minimum wage jobs were created so that any person that had a job that was working full-time would be guaranteed money in order to cover their rent, their food, and their basic bills. All right? To try and claim that minimum wage jobs are for low-skilled workers or for teenagers or whatever is bullshit, because we have more minimum wage jobs in this world than we do regular jobs. So there is no way for every single person to boost themselves up out of a minimum wage job. And if you're going to tell me that it's a starting job and everything else, that's bullshit. Teenagers are not working school hours, yet minimum wage jobs exist during school hours. They have to be done by adults, okay? They're not just for seniors. There are people that are working those jobs because that's all they can, deal with. Life circumstances, whatever, has caused them to put into a minimum wage job. And as far as I'm concerned, any person in this world that works like 35 hours plus in a minimum wage job should be able to afford their bills. They should not have to struggle. They should not have to go to a food bank. They should not have to live in, be on waiting lists for affordable housing, be out the street, whatever. And that's just it. That's the way I feel about it. And no one is ever going to tell me any different. I don't care. You want to argue me in the comments. I'm just going to fucking ignore it. Because honestly, it's been one of those days where I want to tell my videos have been a little angry today. There's been a lot of swearing. I have a Joe Rogan video that I haven't posted yet because I'm afraid it's going to get me banned. There's a lot of fucking swearing in it. And there's a lot of anger out towards Donald Trump and people like Joe Rogan. So, so I'm not in the mood to argue with people that feel that human beings should not be properly compensated for the jobs, that they should not be, allowed to survive and have food and have a warm bed to be in every night. So as far as I'm concerned, that minimum wage shouldn't be $17.60. It should be up around $23 right now. And that's the bare minimum. Even then, that's not enough for most people to survive on. But that's where it should be. We let the minimum wage in Ontario linger for too long and refuse to up it. And now we're in the situation where there's people are not paid. The cost of living has gone up way beyond what the actual minimum wage is. And again, people are going to argue and they're going to say, well, if you boost the minimum wage, then corporations are able to pay millions and millions of dollars to CEOs and to upper management, pay bonuses out, and still claim record profits. They would be able to pay a livable wage if we weren't okay with the fucking rich getting richer. And as for what about but if you can't afford to run a business and pay a decent wage, you don't deserve to have a business. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Otherwise, you are getting rich. You are living out your life dream while other people are fucking starving and can't afford a place to live, and yet you're using their labor to make your life dreams happen. So, like I said, put whatever the fuck you want in your comments, but I'm tired of this world. I'm tired of the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, and we continue to just let it happen.